Think of the plasma membrane as the security guard of the entrance of a high-tech building. What it does? The plasma membrane is like a boundary for the cell, controlling what goes in and out. It's a flexible outer layer made of fats and proteins. It lets good things in, like nutrients and oxygen, and keeps bad things out, like toxins. The membrane has tiny holes or pores that allow certain things to pass through, kind of like how a security guard checks IDs before letting people in.
Cool fact, it's selectively permeable, which means it's super picky about what gets inside. Imagine a VIP list at a party, not everyone is allowed in. Now, let's talk about the cytoplasm. Think of it as the city inside the cell. The cytoplasm is the jelly-like substance that fills the space inside the cell, surrounding the organelles, the little organs of the cell. It's like the busy streets of a city where all the action happens. All the chemical reactions that happen in the cell, like building proteins or converting food into energy, occur here. The cytoplasm is made mostly of water, but it's also packed with enzymes, salts, and other molecules that help the cell stay active. It's like a hub where all the energy is generated and where most of the important work gets done.
Think of the cytoplasm as the downtown area of the city. The organelles are like different buildings such as the library, which is the nucleus, the power plant, which is the mitochondria, and the shopping mall, which is the Golgi apparatus. Everything inside the cell, which is the cytoplasm, is constantly bustling with activity.
Imagine a cell as an advanced company with strict security and organized system all around. And right at the center of it all, the nucleus. The CEO's main office where all major decisions are made. Every message, instructions, and operations flows from this place. If the cell is company, then the nucleus is the executive suite. Inside this suite, you'll find the most valuable document of all, the DNA. It's the complete instruction manual for everything the cell needs to do. The DNA tells the cell what products to make, when to divide, how to grow, and how to respond to emergencies. Now, step a little deeper inside and you'll find the compact but super busy section. The nucleolus. It's like the HR department, small but essential. This is where the work first gets built. Its specialty is producing ribosomes, the workers that will later assemble proteins. The nucleolus creates ribosomal RNA and puts together the ribosome parts before shipping them out to the main floor of the cell, the cytoplasm, ready to get work.
Now, let's move on to the mitochondria. Think of the mitochondria as the power plant of the cell, which is the place where energy is produced and stored to keep everything running. The mitochondria produce energy by breaking down nutrients like glucose and combining it with oxygen and turning it into ATP or adenosine triphosphate. The energy is the currency of the cell. Without energy, the cell won't function properly. Now, imagine ribosomes as factories scattered all over the city, building important tools and supplies, known as the proteins. Follow the generic blueprint copied from the DNA and put together chains of amino acids to form proteins.
Tiny
but mighty. What small organelle contains enzymes and handle energy metabolism? Peroxisomes. They may be small, but they pack serious punch. Peroxisomes contain oxidative enzymes that break down fatty acids, neutralize toxic substances, and help regulate cellular energy levels. They're like miniature chemical labs doing cleanup, energy boosting, and detox at all once. And when it comes to fatty acids, peroxisomes break down so the cell can use them as fuel. Think of it as slicing up like long strand of spaghetti into tiny bites. Fuel-sized portion for cellular engines. This is the vacuole. Inside a mall, you'll find a storage room where goods stay until needed. In plant cells, especially the vacuole acts like a big warehouse that stores water, nutrients, and even waste. Now, here comes the vesicle, the delivery van that picks up parcels and make drop-offs. Small, nimble, and super efficient, vesicle can fuse with different parts of the cell, like delivery drivers entering shops with authorized access.
Now, let's talk about the lysosome, a small but powerful part of the cell. A lysosome is a tiny sac filled with digestive enzymes. It breaks down waste, damaged cell parts, and harmful invaders like bacteria. That's why it's often called the cleanup crew or recycling center of the cell. Now, what is centrosome? Centrosome is known as the microtubule organizing center of the cell. It helps organize the cytoskeleton, which gives the cell its shape and help things move inside it. But its biggest job? Helping cells divide. So, how does that work? Inside the centrosome are two centrioles, arranged at right angles. Think of them like a tiny pair of tubes. When a cell gets ready to divide, the centrosome duplicates, and the two centrosomes move to opposite sides of the cell. They help form the spindle fibers that pull chromosomes apart during mitosis and meiosis.
Let's talk about cell wall first. Imagine you're holding a water balloon. What happens if you squeeze it too hard? It might pop, right? Well, plant cells have something to protect them from popping. That's the cell wall. The cell wall is like a tough outer shell that's the surround of the plant cell. Its job is to protect the cell, keep its shape, and stop it from bursting when water rushes in. And one more thing, it acts like a shield against harmful germs or diseases. So, without the cell, plant cells would be weak and could easily break or get infected. This one is super cool. It's like a solar panel and a heat chain combined. Right inside the plant cell, chloroplast are small green parts are found only in plant cells and some algae. They have a green pigment called chlorophyll. That's what gives leaves their green color. Chlorophyll jobs to touch the sunlight.
Think of the inside of a cell like a high-tech factory built-in shipping system. Within this factory, different departments work together to manufacture, package, and deliver important products like proteins and lipids. The endoplasmic reticulum is a membrane-bound network connected to the nucleus. It is the production department of the cell, where essential molecules are made and prepped for delivery, like the shops in Lazada and Shopee. Now, let's talk about the rough ER. Covered with ribosomes like workers in an assembly line, the rough ER specializes in the synthesis of folding proteins. Now, let's talk about the smooth ER. This section lacks ribosomes, but it's just as essential. It acts like the chemical lab responsible for lipid production, detoxifying the harmful substances. Once the products are made in ER, they are sent to the Golgi apparatus, which functions like the cell, post office, or packaging center. Made of stacked flattened sacks, the Golgi receives the protein lipids and modifies the sorts and packages them into vesicles. These vesicles then are sent to their correct destination, either elsewhere or in the cell outside of it. Now, let's talk about the cytoskeleton. The cytoskeleton is like the infrastructure in the internal highway system of the factory. It consists of three main components. Number one, the microfilaments, thin fibers that assist with the cell's movement and help the cell to change shape when needed. Number two, intermediate filaments. These provide mechanical support like internal scaffolding and help keep organelles anchored in the place. Now, lastly, the microtubules, hollow tubes that serve as the transport tracks for vesicles and organelles, much like a conveyor belts or roads. They are also crucial for forming the spindle fibers during a cell division. Just like in a real factory, these three systems work in a close coordination. The ER manufactures the products, the Golgi apparatus packages and labels them, and the cytoskeleton is the road and vehicles that moves everything efficiently. This teamwork ensures that cell operates smoothly with every product made, processed, and delivered at the right place and at the right time.
Flagellum, the microscopic whip. The flagellum is a long, like tail structure that powers a cell movement through watery environment, fluid, fast, and precise like a slithering snake.
Found in sperm and bacteria, it's the ultimate navigator. Its spin twists and lashes to slice through liquid. Its nature microscopic engine, no legs or wings. Needed just one elegant tail propelling life forward.
Cilia are tiny hair-like structure on the surface of some cells that move in coordinated wave-like motions. Though small and gentle, they play an important role by clearing dust and mucus from the airways and help move fluid in areas like the brain. Much like blades of glass swaying in the wind, cilia work together in harmony to keep the body clean and functioning smoothly.